from page 46 to page 50. Page 46 is about two examples of brain damage. They come from a very responsible people to impulsive people. They could do whatever they want. They do not consider much about the results. After the brain damage, the prefrontal cortex were terribly damaged and it changed themselves completely. Vocabulary compromise. To give up some of your demands in order to reach an agreement after disagreeing with somebody. Procrastination increases whenever our more recent acquired prefrontal cortex is compromised. All vocabulary, her executive function was disabled and she became all impulse, ruled by whatever temptation was put before her. Page 47. To experience Finney's or Mary's predicament, there are three ways, like the magnetic stimulation. When people use too much alcohol, drug, they work and they're under stress or under sleeplessness. That's why people will be changing. Like if you raise a pet or a child, your prefrontal cortex can be educated and can be trained because raising a pet or a child requires a lot of patience, requires a lot of responsibility. Vocabulary susceptible, very likely to be influenced, harmed, or affected by something. The prefrontal cortex can simply become exhausted through sleeplessness, stress, or resisting other temptations. By fighting one enticement, we often become more susceptible to another. The old vocabulary here is enticement. Page 48. So procrastination is with the human evolution. You can imagine when you are a baby, you cannot control yourself at all. You cry when you are hungry, when your diaper wet, when you want something. But when you grow up a little bit, when you become a toddler, maybe it is a little bit better. You kind of can wait a little bit. The parents can teach the toddler to say please before getting a treat. When they become a 3-year-old, they will can wait a full minute, and before they are piling their blocks high, putting off the blast until they can enjoy the big burst of noise when the soaring towers. From the age of 4 to 7 years old, the game Simon Says is very, Simon Says is a good game for kindergarten because they can teach them a little bit about self-control and working the impulsiveness. From 4 to 7 years old, the kid there is a burst of development in children's executive function. Womb vocabulary. Womb, the organ in women and female animals in which babies or young animals develop before they are born. When in the womb, more or less, we morph from fish to reptile before eventually emerging as a mammal. Our vocabulary, because the game is all about self-control, about inhibiting the immediate impulse from the limbic system so that the prefrontal cortex can move over whether Simon has actually said Simon Says before they respond. Page 49. When we have kids, the patient teaching required by parents are very important. Our parents, they raise us up, but when they are old, they become like the second childhood because they forget everything or comes to a thing a disease called dementia. Vocabulary stump, to walk, dance, or move with heavy steps. The normal maturation of the prefrontal cortex is assisted by endless hours of patient teaching, by parents trying to get their little ones to put off their needs for just a moment without tears or the stomping of feet. Or vocabulary impulsiveness. Parents can only herd their teenagers away from all the vices that impulsiveness ensures youth will find especially tempting, risky sex, excessive alcohol, petty crime, reckless driving, and of course procrastination. As we snap, as we grow older to do our best, losing the snap they had in earlier years, especially the prefrontal cortex following the last in, first out rule. Those are Though some avoid this fate, remaining razor sharp in their final years, others get it worse, assisted by the senility of frontotemporal dementia that affected my grandmother Ellen. Page 50. Animal, Animals can be our fellow procrastination. Um, you can see that vocabulary bold, a people of behavior brave and confident, not afraid to say what you feel or to take risks. The bolder birds expose themselves to more danger but also reap the gains of better nesting places, food sources, and choice of mates. Or vocabulary impulsiveness. The list of shared traits include impulsiveness, the cornerstone of procrastination.